Pokemon Horizons coming to an end? Well, in Japan at least. I'm not gonna lie, this feels a little too soon. Like, I'm enjoying the saga of the Rising Voltaclers versus the Explorers, but I don't want this to be the end of Lico's adventures. But if Lico is going to continue her adventures, whether the Explorers will be there or not, I think that one thing needs to change regardless of all that happening. This seriously needs to change, Pokemon Company. It has to change now. But before I get into it, please make sure to hit the like button, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, please make sure to hit the notification bell. Let's jump into it. But don't watch if you don't want major spoilers about everything that could happen in the Pokemon anime. Now, I apologize if my voice sounds a little groggy. I have a cold, and it sucks. Now, what's the thing that needs to change, you may be asking? Well, Japan needs to make it so that the Japanese versions of the episodes debuts here in America. Yep, that's the only thing they need to do. Why do I bring this up? Well, because occasionally I will open up YouTube, and even just the thumbnail of a video will spoil things for me in the Pokemon anime. Some YouTubers just can't help but make videos that spoil things for us. All I'm asking for is for Japan to just add English subtitles to the Pokemon anime, and then debut that episode weekly here in America on Netflix or Crunchyroll. Which, guess what? I looked it up. Apparently, the Pokemon anime is not available on Crunchyroll whatsoever. So, look on the Pokemon website, and none of the seasons are streaming on there. Or at least it's not listed so. But Pokemon doesn't understand the fact that some fans do understand Japanese language or live in Japan, so they're able to watch the Japanese episodes, and then it leads to them spoiling the plot and using an episode in a video. Now, obviously, the problem boils down to the fans and not so much the Pokemon Company itself. But Japan would seriously be doing the unlucky people like myself a huge favor by adding in English subtitles and putting it on Prime Video, Netflix, or Crunchyroll, or whatever. And I think that now is an especially good time to bring this sort of thing up because the Pokemon 30th anniversary is less than a month away. Nintendo and the Pokemon Company can sometimes just be real jerks to us Americans. And not even to just us Americans, they can even just be jerks to all their fans. I mean, they made Pokopia a game key card. That is just sad on so many levels. If there's a game you want, don't bother getting it as a game key card, just get it digitally. I mean, there's virtual game cards now. And I'm not gonna lie, making this video is kind of hurting me because I have to look at other YouTubers to get a good source on what's happening in the episode so far, which just means spoiling myself on more stuff in the plot. I was spoiled that Lico got a Charcadet in Season 3, and I'm like, I should have seen that coming, I did see that coming, but also, why did I see this? Why am I seeing this? And now, this is hardly a surprise to anyone, Lico's Charcadet is in Armor Rouge now. To those who played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you're probably not that surprised about this. But frankly, I didn't find out about Charcadet and Ceruledge until I got the Pokemon Super Duper Extra Deluxe Essential Handbook the day it released. And let's keep in mind that was a while after Scarlet and Violet had released. You know how I warned everyone not to watch this because if there's spoilers? Yeah, I think I'm realizing now that I'm being a hypocrite because everything that was spoiled to me, those who don't know may just be getting spoiled from this. I know, I'm a jerk. Now, I'm not sure if it's really a surprise anymore because Pokemon Horizons Season 3 is now out here in the US, so pretty much the world knows about Lico's Pokemon. Although, I guess the second part of Pokemon Horizons hasn't been released yet. And like clockwork, I don't think it's coming out until March. Yeah, basically the Pokemon Company waits every roughly 2 months before releasing the English version in gaps between releasing the English version. But really the big issue here is that people know too much about the show before it's even released. That's why I'm saying that the Pokemon Company needs to release the Japanese versions here in America roughly around the same time when they release it in Japan. And if they're gonna release a version with English subtitles around the same time that the original Japanese audio version is released, then they're going to need to put it on Crunchyroll, because that's the best spot for streaming animes. I mean, I'm debating with my mom about whether or not we're gonna get it. So yeah, there's that. But I'm not sure if the Pokemon Company is aware of this problem. And if they're not aware of this problem, then they should be made aware, and they should try to fix it. Do something right for once. But I'm not really sure if it's gonna happen, because Pokemon just kind of hates us. But I know that they like us enough to know to add at least 100 Pokemon per generation. Well, they did until they reached Kalos. But besides adding English subtitles and releasing Japanese episodes here in America as close to the Japanese release date in Japan, I'm not really sure what else they can do to solve this problem and make the episodes worth watching again, because I love Pokemon, but if I keep getting spoiled on the episodes, then I'm just not gonna love it as much. And that just kind of hurts. But that's about all I've got for you today. So if you really enjoyed this video and agree with me, please make sure to hit the like button, make sure to hit the subscribe button, please make sure to hit the notification bell. I'm sorry if you got spoiled on some of the stuff in this video. I know I'm just such a hypocrite. Have a nice day, everybody. Later.